This is Dr. Lou Sella. I'm a doctor of sport and performance psychology. I get a lot of questions about line splits in the Flexbone triple option offense. A lot of questions about it. And I know that the underlying reason why is because guys are looking for any reason not to go as wide as possible. And I know that. And I know that because in the 90s, I was you. It was the same thing for me. I didn't want to go real wide because more width, you think to yourself, well, there's more room for the defense to get through there. But here's what you got to understand. If you want to actually run plays where you read your way out, you have to remove the read key and the pitch key as far away from the quarterback as possible. So you don't have a choice. You got to be wide. Now, I get the question about split between center and guard. It has absolutely tightened up in the last several years. Used to be wider than what it used to be. Now it's about 2.5 feet on average. When Army and Air Force run mid-triple, it's about 2.5 feet when they run it. Here's the thing. You can't afford to practice it at 2.5 feet because you're never going to get 2.5 feet in a game. You got to practice it at 3.5 feet, and then, because based on competitive anxiety, speed of the game, kids always come in. I learned this from Ashley Ingram many years ago when he was at Navy. That if you get 3.5 in practice, you'll get 3 to 2.75 in a game. Because naturally, the speed of the game, the kids narrow. Now you fight to maintain that level of consistency. I have all my clients use polysynthetic dots every single time they do Paul Johnson's life bullets drill until they literally play in the game to implicitly, functionally condition their athletes for spacing. But even with that, during the game, kids always come in. Competitive anxiety leads to that. It's part of the deal. It happened with academy athletes. You've got to practice with 3.5-foot splits. Same thing with the tackles. You're better off at 4-foot splits than even practicing at 3.5. You got to practice wide because they're going to come in. Because the speed of the game changes everything. If there was a better way, I would tell you there was a better way. But there's not. So you got to practice at 3.5-foot splits. There's got to be a 3.5-foot gap between the center and the guard and the tackle. Nothing less. Because if you do that, you'll get what you want come game time. I fought this battle for 4 decades. Because you got to deal with the sports psych factors of playing football. That's what sets you apart, is dealing with reality. You've got to know the truth so the truth can set you free. So there you go. Get wide at practice. You'll get what you need during the games. And coaches, if you're ready to win big, like my state championship clients did last year, Scobie, Cuesta, Fort Sumner, and O'Call, give me a call right now, 570-332-0265, 570-332-0265, and go to tripleoptionfootball.com. My client at Cuesta went to Fort Sumner and won the state title last year, his first year there. When he was at Cuesta, he won as many games as the previous 8 years combined. Not an accident, guys. Scobie went from 2 wins to the state semis to the state championship. O'Call had a first-year head coach. He went for 4 wins and won the state title in Florida. This can happen to you. Put your career in my hands. Triple Option Football Academy. $997. All 3 of them, they spent $997. That could be you. Call me now. Talk to you.